Hi friends, welcome back to Dergy be Playin Virtue's Last Reward. So, betrayal time. I don't know what else to say, so let's get right into it. Hey, what the hell, guys?
Why did you open the AB gate before everyone got back?
I apologize. We only turned away for a moment.
Dio opened it.
You got a problem with that?
Yeah! Why the fuck else would we be fucking asking you why the fuck you did it in such a tone of voice?
Of course we do.
Yeah, what she said.
Why? I don't remember us all promising we wouldn't open the thing until everyone showed up.
This isn't about promises. Are you stupid or just an asshole? I mean, honestly, I feel like he's both a little bit, but I also like him as a character. It's interesting. At least an asshole, definitely. But I kind of feel like both.
Probably both.
Ah! On the same wavelength as Alice. I feel like I'm not very close to Alice as a person, but might be more so than I thought.
We were able to get back here in time. But what about the others? Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover are still out there somewhere. What were you planning to do if they didn't get back in time?
Nothing. Why would I have to do anything? Didn't you hear the voice? Anybody who doesn't get back in time to vote just gets their vote automatically set to ally. It's pretty straightforward to me. So what if they don't get back in time? They'll all get set to ally and all three of them will get 2 BP. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. Tenmyoji's only got 1 BP. Figure he'll be pretty happy to get 2 more. That'll put Quark and Clover up close to 9. So that's not too bad for them either. In other words, they ought to be thanking me.
Didn't you guys find a note?
What? What's this?
Found it in our safe. Read it.
Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then every bunny gets penalized. In other words, 1 person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. What the hell, man? This wasn't in our room. Back me up here, guys.
He's right.
There was no such note in our safe.
Oh, well, damn. That's a bummer. I'd never have opened the gate if I'd known about this.
Really?
Of course.
I'm worried about the others. If time runs out,
They'll be penalized, yes.
I know.
Oh god. Oh man, people dying from not showing up in time? God, is that gonna be a thing? Oof. Fuck Zero, man. Although a lot of the threats of death don't get delivered on in these games, I've noticed. And I think it's like, it's supposed to, always keep that pressure on all the 9 people, regardless of what happens, I suppose. I mean, granted, if most or all the threats of death did get delivered on, then everyone would be dead and there wouldn't be a story anymore. But, I don't know, it's still an interesting thing I've noticed.
Quark is part of that team. Maybe something happened with him.
Yeah, he seemed a little off before we headed into the chromatic doors. Yeah, he ceased functioning like before, and he might have started to kill himself in there, oh god, or tried to, or who knows what might have happened. He might have actually gotten away with it, and then, oh jeez, who knows what would have happened, especially because, yeah, this was the loop in which we found what I assumed to be his wife or something. Tenmyoji's, or just a woman that her death really unsettled him, and her appearing suddenly dead really unsettled him. There's also the fact that he really cares about Quark too, and if something happened to him, oof.
This is bad.
Hey, wait a minute. Where's Alice? She was here just a minute ago. Huh. Oh. Took me only a moment to spot her. She was several yards away and kneeling down to look at something on the floor. What she was looking at, I couldn't tell. I was about to head over and see what was going on when... that's significant. But did they finally arrive? Or did one of them or something? Okay. Yeah, they don't have him with him. Oof. Whoa, hey guys.
Quark!
Oh.
Has Quark been here?
Oh boy. Oh, he disappeared on them. Oh, he killed himself already, didn't he? Oh boy.
Did something happen to him? He disappeared!
Disappeared? What do you mean?
I mean, he's gone! We can't find him anywhere! When was the last time you saw him?
we were heading back here.
Tenmyoji and I went into the lounge, but Quark didn't follow us.
We turned around and started calling for him, but...
When he didn't respond, we ran back the way we'd come.
And you couldn't find him?
Right.
We thought maybe he just hadn't seen us go into the lounge.
So we checked the crew quarters and the infirmary.
But he wasn't there either.
Alright. We need to split up. If we can't find him in any of the Floor A rooms, we'll move to Floor B.
Okay. I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead.
Right, you do that. What was she looking at? That's significant. Hey, Quark! Quark! He's not here. I checked both rooms. Tenmyoji and Kay are in the lounge, and Dio and Luna should be checking the infirmary.
Right. Okay. Let's leave that to them and head to Floor B.
I am become Thirsty Durgan, drunker of water. You went through the red door with Dio and Kay, right?
Yeah. So?
What was on the other side of that door?
You want to see it?
Yeah, maybe Quark went there.
Fine. Follow me.
This is...
The pantry.
pantry.
That drawer over there is stuffed with processed food. Wasn't half bad, actually.
You ate it?
Yeah. There was some paella, nasi goreng, schnitzel, yukejang, borscht, and tom kha gai. Oh, and I ate the chef's pasta, too.
That's a lot of food, especially for a tiny girl, but that's a very common anime trope that I actually love.
Can't help it. I'm a grown girl.
How old are you?
20, I think.
Whoa, 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 just stop. I don't even know where to start there. 1. By the time you hit 20, you're done growing. 2. You think? You should be old enough to know how old you are. 3. How on earth are you 20? You look like you're 13 if you're a... You look like you're 13 if you're a day? If you're a day. Is that a typo? Because that sentence does not make sense to me. Can't believe you're only 2 years younger than me. Oh, so I was 22. I'm not sure if that was ever mentioned yet, but it may have been.
Now that's funny. You must have done a lot of drugs to look like that at 20.
Oof, man. Give me a break, you little punk.
Don't call me little. I'm an adult, you dried up asshole.
Fine, whatever. So this place has enough food to keep people alive for a few years, huh? Looks like this stuff isn't gonna expire anytime soon.
Yeah. The use-by date is about 100 years from now.
How about water?
There's a tank over there. It looks like they're pulling it out of some kind of well.
Is it safe?
Well, since Dio isn't rolling around on the floor in agonizing pain, I'm gonna go ahead and assume it's okay.
You made him drink it to make sure it was safe?
I guess you could say that.
I love how that's what Sigma assumed, and it would make a lot of sense that he did, because a lot of his past experiences of Phi were her trying to manipulate him into that same kind of shit. So, yeah. So you ate all the food without a second thought, but the water struck you as possibly dangerous?
No, I was careful with the food, too. Dio had some of it first, and it seemed fine, so I... Oh, I almost forgot.
What?
I
I ate something else.
Twice cooked pork.
Oh, for God's sake. Why the hell are you shouting about that? Wait a minute. Twice cooked pork?
What is it?
Yeah, the Chinese room story that the robot told specifically mentioned twice cooked pork for some fucking reason. Just like the fact that the girl had to be cute and talk about her fucking color of her underwear because it's fucking Uchikoshi. Well, that just reminded me of something.
Reminded you of what?
This might seem hard to believe.
Bullshit.
Oh, come on. At least let me tell you first. That fucking face! I love their dynamic! Oh my god! I love Fi more and more and more every fucking second. Alright. I explained how we'd found a room called the Golem Bay on the other side of the green door. And how we'd met a robot there named Golem, who told a very interesting story.
I see. So the golem guy was turned off just when he was about to tell you something.
I had a feeling this would be brought up.
In the middle
Yeah.
Right in the middle. Middle could be from Middle Kingdom, which is another name for China. Really? I don't think so.
Well, this is utterly pointless.
Well, maybe he was trying to say that this
Please
thing is
explain.
like the Chinese room. In other words...
Sigma, Fi!
Hmm.
There you are. I've been looking all over for you. Something bad. Something really bad.
What's going on?
Alice is...
Well, come on, spill it.
Just come with me. She's in the crew quarters.
Wait. Did she come down with it again? It's always her and Quark, right? Are they the only two that have Radical 6? And if so, why? Why does it always, like, activate at this time? Does it always have, like, this weird, like, gestation period? And then by this point, they're sick with it, and then they start going nuts? Oh, she's actually dead. Did she kill herself? Because I think they might want you to believe that, considering, you know, whatever Radical 6 does to people. But I think she might have been killed. No, this isn't real. All I could hear were Zero's words echoing in my ears. Your heart stops, your bracelet comes off. If you've never been in turbulence, it's hard to explain. You feel the sudden alien weightlessness of a long fall, and for just a moment you're painfully aware of the fact that you are thousands of feet above the Earth, in a flimsy machine made by fallible men, kept aloft by a scientific principle that nobody actually understands. If you've never seen a friend dead, it's hard to explain, but it's a little like that. The way that that's explained is so interesting, and I wonder where Ishikoshi came up with, like, how to describe it like that. Or, I wonder what Uchikoshi's real intention was in writing that, and why the localizers made that story out of it if it was very different. Because that's brilliant to me. I knelt down beside Alice's body and pressed a shaking hand to her throat. No pulse. Her skin had already turned pale. The thing in front of me looked like a human being, but it wasn't a human being any longer. Why had this happened? I knelt there for several long moments, staring blankly ahead. My throat burned and my chest was tight, but I forced myself to take 3 progressively calmer breaths, then stood. I clenched my fist, took one last breath, and turned. Who found her first?
Me. I was looking for Quark on floor B and couldn't find him, so I came back here and, well, you know the rest. Hey, what's that look supposed to mean?
Honestly, Dio, you've been suspicious. Because of, like, your attitude, mostly. What if his purpose for doing the thing early was because he killed her? And so he wanted to divert attention. Or he wanted to... Actually, no, that doesn't make sense. She was in the room. Okay, never mind. I don't know, but...
You better not be thinking I did it.
Well, suspicion often falls on the first to discover a crime.
Fuck that. She'd already been murdered when I got here.
How do you know she was murdered?
What? Come on, it's obvious. She's got a knife sticking out of her chest. Does that look like an accident or a suicide to you?
Actually, it could be a suicide, I think.
How do you know the weapon was a knife?
What?
All you can see from here is the handle. For all you know, it could have been an ice pick or some kind of tool.
Well, yeah,
Oof.
I guess that's true, but...
Huh, man, I love this. This is brilliant to me, because you could chalk this up to him being stupid, and not considering any of those things, or the fact that he did it. So it's really hard to say either way, from my perspective right now.
I mean, come on. Who wouldn't look at that and assume it's a knife? And it's not fair to suspect someone just because they happen to be the first one to find the body. If you want to be like that, then the last person to see Alice is the person you should be looking at.
Which would have been Clover.
Who was the last person to see her? I need to go tell Alice. You guys go on ahead. Alice, why? This wasn't supposed to happen. You promised me we'd catch them together. Don't do this.
Clover.
I can't trust them anymore. It could have been any one of them. They killed you, Alice. I can't forgive them for that. I'm going to get revenge.
Oh, Jesus. She's gonna snap, at least in one of these routes. In fact, this might be the route that's equivalent to the knife ending in 999.
I'll find out who killed you. And I'll...
Hey, Clover.
Shut up! Don't you talk to me! I'm sorry, Alice.
Her voice shook as she spoke. Before anyone could say anything, she turned and ran out of the room.
Wait! Clover, come back!
What the hell is Tenmyoji's deal with her? Tenmyoji took off in pursuit, and I made to follow when...
It's pointless. Even if you caught up to her, she'd never tell you anything. Think it through. There are two possibilities. Either Clover killed her, or she didn't. If the former is true, then I doubt she would confess. If the latter is true, then I imagine she'll be just as reticent. After all, Alice and Clover seem to know each other. In fact, they seem quite close. It seems safe to assume that Clover is currently very suspicious of all of us. I doubt she would open up to anyone right now.
You seem pretty calm. Did you do it?
Not again. Well, if you really want to suspect me, please, go ahead. I'm beginning to feel rather accustomed to it. I would ask you to consider my motive for killing Alice. Specifically, the fact that I have none.
Well, yes, but none of us do. None of us have ever met Alice before, right? So why would we want to kill her?
You are correct, but only if the murder had a motive beyond, well, murder.
What do you mean?
Do you remember when we found the old woman? It seemed clear that her killer was Zero Senior, and that they were one of us. There is perhaps this person plans to kill us one by one.
There's every reason to think the same person murdered Alice, true.
Perhaps the entire nonary game is just window dressing. Perhaps the only reason we are here is so that Zero Senior can kill us at his leisure, in a world of his own creation.
Why would anyone do such a horrible thing?
Well, I mean, considering all the other horrible things about this situation, I don't think it's much of a stretch.
Presumably, because they enjoy killing. Zero Senior seems to be rather disturbed.
Hold on a minute. That doesn't mean they're one of us. There could be a 10th person hiding out somewhere.
No.
I mean, considering a woman we'd never seen showed up, yes, dead, but she did, I think it's possible. Well, why not?
There's no way Zero Jr. wouldn't notice that. And if he did notice, I really don't think he'd just let something like that slide.
But isn't Zero Jr. just an AI without a body? What could he do?
Maybe. But Zero Senior has a body. You think they'd really just let a 10th unwanted participant just run around murdering people?
Well, what if the 10th person is Zero Senior?
Not possible. At least not so long as we assume Zero Jr.'s statement to be the truth. Do you remember? He made it quite clear that the real Zero was one of us.
I thought about what Kay had said. If the killer was Zero Senior, then who could be the killer? Dio? Luna? That's... oof, but I wouldn't put it past a game like this to do this. In fact, it's pretty common for for the most innocent seeming person to really not be. There's definitely someone, without spoiling it, in Danganronpa 2 that fits that. I'm sure y'all probably know who I'm talking about if you've played that game. Kay, perhaps? Maybe Clover? There was always Tim Miyoji. Fi, maybe. No, it couldn't be her. I had been with Fi the whole time we were looking for Quark. There was no way she could have slipped away to stab Alice in the chest. Wait a minute. There was one person I'd forgotten. Quark. It seemed like a bit of a stretch to think a kid could kill someone of Alice's size, though. That meant there were 5 real suspects. Dio, Luna, Kay, Clover, and Tim Miyoji. And also probably yourself, because, you know, people really like to suspect you if the bomb ending, I guess I'll call it, is any indication. Or had Quark gone?
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes. All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Apparently Zero doesn't feel like this is worth stopping the game for. A blunt but effective way to make the point.
What do you mean?
We should get to the warehouse. It seems clear he feels no compunction about killing us, should we disobey the rules. As such, I recommend we follow them.
The others filed out of the room. I turned to face Alice. Alice, I'll find out who did this to you. I promise. The other thing is, Kay could be... Again, Kay could be Zero. I think I've said this before. I definitely have, actually. But without memories. Also, he could just have a sense of deduction that tends to honestly lead us to follow Zero's whims anyway. But of course, Zero, created a situation where we essentially have to follow his whims anyway. I felt my stomach settle back into its normal configuration, and the fire in my chest melted the icy hand from my spine. I stood up straight, gave Alice one last nod, and walked after the others, leaving my regrets lying on the cold floor. Sigma's kind of a badass when it comes to that.
Hey, look! 2 of the AB gates are closed already.
Probably Ten Miyoji and Clover.
Wasn't he a pair? Doesn't Quark need to go with him?
As long as one person in each pair is there, it should be okay.
Sharing their destiny, huh?
Pretty much.
That's good news for you, Sigma. After all, you're a pair, but your partner is, well, I'd rather not say it.
Yeah. I know.
Good luck for you, huh, Luna?
What? I don't understand what you mean.
Well, if Alice was still alive, you'd have a hard time choosing Betray. She only had 1 BP left. If you'd picked Betray, you could have killed her, of course. That's not really a problem now.
Stop that, Dio. I would have chosen Ally regardless. I mean, Sigma's going to be my opponent, and I trust
That's
him.
really cute. But, see, this game really has this fucking thing about always making me feel like the opposite of what seems to be the most obvious intent the person has being the intent they have. Because, like, again, I really want to suspect that she'd choose Betray here. Especially because if she did and we chose Ally because she has made it so clear that she trusts us, and we don't really have much of a reason not to trust her at this point. Actually, wait, how many points does she have? Really? See, she could be saying that to manipulate him, and she also could be the murderer. She could be fucking Zero, dude. There's characters that their sheer cheerfulness, it both, like, makes you want to feel at ease, and also, like, in a game like this, you're gonna suspect the fuck out of them. I've started to realize that sort of thing a lot.
Now, this is interesting. If one of you guys picks Betray, you're gonna get a show.
Dio!
Ignore him. How do you and Fi plan to vote?
You even gotta ask Ally, of course. Right, Fi?
I don't know about that. It's a difficult question.
What?
Well, if we choose Ally and Kay chooses the opposite, then he'll have 9 points. He can go through the number 9 door whenever he wants. But it's not as simple as just choosing Betray either.
Actually, wait, hold on. I wish I could go back to the chart. This was not mentioned with Luna, so maybe not, but...
If Kay decides to ally for some reason, then you'd end up with 9 points.
So we should both choose ally. Seems easy to me.
You're planning on betraying me, aren't you, Dio? As soon as you go through that door, it will be only the two of you in that room. I've no doubt you could overpower Fi, if you had the desire to.
Oh, give me a little credit. No one has more gentle points than me. You think someone of my stature would resort to violence? The nerve.
Considering, I feel like I've seen him leveling a gun at someone in Sigma's flashbacks. I think so.
What?
This is just a thought, but why don't all of you promise to choose betray? Then you wouldn't have to worry about anything. If you knew the other person was going to betray you, you'd have no choice but to do the same.
That seems pretty negative for you, Luna.
I'm sorry.
Nothing to apologize for. We appreciate your suggestion and we'll take it into consideration. But unfortunately, I don't think it's a very good idea. See, my goal is to beat this game.
But Fi...
Maybe that wasn't the best way to put it. When I say I want to beat it, I mean defeat it. Completely. I want to get us all out of here. We haven't beat the nonary game until we're all out of this place. I guess we won't all be getting out anymore, though.
Oh, you mean Alice?
And possibly Quark, too.
Yeah. At any rate, all of us choosing betray every time is hardly ideal. We'd never escape.
Then what are you going to do?
Kay needs to choose ally. It's the only way.
How will you make sure I do that? I have no guarantee that you'll choose ally as well.
Would you do it if I could give you that guarantee?
Well, yes.
You promise?
Yes.
Good. Let's do... Dio!
Huh?
There's someone behind you.
What?
The moment Dio turned his head, Fi was off. Seemingly superhuman strengths. Yeah, see, you know, more and more of this seems to point to her being a golem to me. That would explain the speed and the strength to me.
What the fuck?
She guaranteed it, because no one fucking trusts Dio for honestly good reason, dude, honestly.
You bitch! God damn it, Fi! Open this fucking door!
He pounded on the door screaming, but it showed no signs of opening again.
Fuck!
He gave the door one last slam for good measure, then ran to the next open one. Wait, what?
Invalid pair. Please retry with valid partner.
I thought they were gonna fucking kill him for that, so... I was like, oh god, wait. Oh no. Invalid, is that rule breaking? Because,
Members of a pair cannot vote in separate rooms.
What? Why the fuck not? This is against the rules. How am I supposed to vote?
I love how, instead of just silence, they literally pan over to, like, the speaker and have the announcer do dots. Just, like, for the effect of no answer, bitch. But honestly, Dio, yeah, I think you deserve this. At this point, man, sorry.
This is bullshit.
Well, the trick you pulled is bullshit. There's a reason no one trusts you. It's because of that. Although, granted, it's also because of, again, how you act otherwise. I say, this is how Fi can guarantee her choice. Dio can't vote now, so the chance that Fi will choose ally just went way up. After all, if you pick ally and she betrays you, then...
Dio will have 9 points.
Exactly.
But don't you think Fi might be worried that Kay will break his promise? After all, if he can be pretty sure that Fi is going to choose ally...
You needn't worry. Her plan is very clever. I will definitely choose ally.
Why do I feel like that is not going to be the case for either of them? Luna won't, and he won't, but I think I'll still choose ally.
We don't have much time left. Let's go.
Right.
Okay. Sigma? You are going to choose ally, right?
Of course. We both have 5 BP right now. Even if I did betray you, I'd only get 3 points. That's not enough to escape. So I'd have to wait until the next round anyway. Makes sense?
Oh, I see. Oh, nothing. Never
I
mind.
have a feeling that means she's gonna betray because that way...
Anyway, you promised you have to choose ally.
Man, see, because Fi did this, too, in her own way. She's gonna choose betray, though, but I'm still gonna choose ally. Like, the way she's acting is too suspicious. She's gonna choose betray, But I'm still gonna choose ally.
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
Now, what am I gonna do? Well, I guess there isn't really any question. Joel, I promised Luna that I'd pick ally, but what if she was lying to me?
I would have chosen ally. I mean, Sigma's going to be my knight.
10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Here we go.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been complete. Results will
But, like, especially...
for your
See, the other thing is that, like, to increase the oof, I almost feel like the chance of her picking Betray was redoubled because of the fact that she chose ally first, and
Ambidex game.
I chose ally first.
Results from please.
Okay. Oh, thank God. Okay. Again, this is the second time Luna subverted my expectations. I'm just jaded because this game is this game, and this series, and Uchikoshi. But this is the second time. But see, what if in the third round, if we're against Luna again, she will choose Betray. If there is a third round in this loop. Because, yeah, that would... Although, granted, wait. Nah, yeah, she still would only have 8 points then. So yeah, we didn't have to worry about that, which... But again, like, there was so much hinting that you should... But again, the game wants you to have it be a dilemma every single time. So that's why it always happens like that.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Tamioji betrayed Clover. That's weird, but... Wait, Quark has 9. Wait, what? Quark's disappeared, so if he's hiding somewhere... Aw, cute. If he's hiding somewhere, Quark could just fucking yeet himself out the door. If he's not dead. Like, if he killed Alice. No need to thank me. I just did what I promised I'd do. Anyway, thank you too.
It was nothing.
Wow.
I also just did what I promised to do. Now we both have 7 BP. This is the home stretch.
Yes, it is. I hope we'll get the pair at the next round too.
Because I'll choose ally?
Yeah, you're an opponent I can trust.
If we were partners, you could pick whatever you wanted then, couldn't you? I mean, you'd get 9 points either way.
Well, hold on there. Why would I suddenly choose Betray? I've already chosen ally twice.
You're right.
Let's choose ally and get the hell out of here together. Is that good?
Okay.
I have this feeling that, honestly, if that does come to that, then... she wouldn't, but why? Come on, why do you look so sad?
Well, it's just, there's a part of me that just can't feel genuinely happy about that. Oh, yes.
We still haven't found Quark either.
That too.
Oh, so because no one else is going to get out of here. Because those two are not going to get out of there. Or at least Alice. Still, Quark's BP is 9 now. Technically, he's 1.
Why did you do that? Why did you tell me all that stuff for? Were you just lying?
No, everything I told you was the truth. You have to trust me.
I did! Look where it got me! How could you do that? You're such a jerk! How could I betray you after that? And then you...
I'm sorry.
Are you Zero?
What? No, of course I'm not.
Then how could you know all that? Where did you find out about that stuff?
What did he tell her? That is some shit.
I told you,
Don't lie to me!
I'm not lying.
Forget it. It was stupid to trust you. I mean, there's no way.
Clover, this isn't about me. I made a mistake. I got someone involved on all this when I shouldn't have.
You mean Quark?
Yeah.
You did this to get Quark's BP up to 9?
Yes.
But you've only got 4 points.
I'm not important. The only thing that matters is that Quark gets out of this nightmare.
Hey, Hey, where do you think you're going?
Isn't it obvious? I'm going to look for Quark.
Hey, wait!
Temioji didn't respond, just turned and walked off toward the magenta door. By the way, some of Clover's voice acting I find a little bit meh. Hey, wait! I don't know. Most of the voice acting in this game is just mwah. But for some reason I feel like the 999 voice acting was more so. I wonder if that remake was made after the original VLR. That would actually make sense as to the better quality of the voice acting. Because this is basically just a port of the 3DS game, right? Whereas 999 was remade for the Nonary Games collection. Temioji didn't respond, just turned and walked off toward the magenta door. Clover started to follow, and then pulled up short. She spun on her heel and headed off toward the cyan door instead. What's she doing? I wonder why there. But not trying to follow him after all, that makes
What just
sense.
happened? I thought Clover had said she didn't trust any of us anymore.
Yeah, I know. But then she chooses Ally. Temioji must have said something to her before the last round started, but what? Come to think of it, didn't you choose Ally too?
Yes, I did. Fi put herself in a situation where choosing Betray would be unwise. If she had chosen Betray, Dio would have 9 BP now. I concluded that her desire to avoid that outcome would be stronger than her desire to protect herself with Betray. And so, I voted accordingly.
That was her guarantee?
Yes.
Then why didn't you choose Betray? You could be walking out of here with 9 points right
It's
now.
because you promised, right?
Wait, she could have? That's really sweet of her, but again,
Yes, that too, I suppose.
was there another reason? By the way, the closed-eyed, like, smile look on his robot face is really cute.
Yes.
What was it?
It's difficult to explain. I suppose you could say I felt a connection.
What do you mean by that?
Well, when we were investigating the pantry together, I felt that Fi was somehow similar to me. Something in me said, don't betray her. You could call it intuition, I suppose.
Interesting. And they both are very intellectual and logical. But I have a feeling that that means they knew each other.
Cut it out. Gut feelings are bullshit.
Fi.
Besides, you don't get to have a connection with me unless I give you permission. And I don't remember doing that. You're acting like we're pals or something. Kinda skeeves me out, to be honest.
Hell, man. He did you a favor and now you're gonna give him shit for it?
You chose Ally too. Didn't you do that because you trusted him?
Not exactly. I just made him trust me. When we were in the pantry, I stuffed my face like an idiot. That got him to lower his guard.
What?
You really think that would be enough to convince him? I mean, if you were wrong, then he could have escaped and left you behind.
What are you getting at?
I'm just thinking that maybe you felt some kind of connection with him too. And I have a feeling she's being defensive for a reason.
Oh, come on. How am I supposed to feel a connection for a guy whose face I haven't even seen?
You tell me.
Shut up.
Yeah, that's tsundere as fuck. She's got something going on there.
If we could change the subject, where did Dio go?
Yeah, that's a good
He
question.
must have been here for the results.
Oh, I saw him leave. He checked the results and then left through the yellow door.
So where did he go? Suddenly, the warehouse was filled with the groan and clang of metal doors grinding shut. Oh yeah, okay. I was like, oh god, what does that mean? But it's just them closing.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the star round.
That's new. It looks like this isn't the end of the game this time. Interesting.
Star keys are required to open the gates.
I guess it is continuing. Well, I guess we'll see, huh?
There is no set limit on usage of the star keys.
Really? That's weird.
The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
That's a new interesting rule that's gonna be used for murder. I think it's gonna be used for murder. As many times as we want, huh? Then that
As
means...
long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right. Remember what Zero Jr. said?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah, what are your bracelets, guys? Looks like a magenta pair.
Me
Okay,
too.
so we're back with Phi.
Looks like we're pairing up again. Better than getting stuck with Dio, I guess.
Hey, what's that supposed to mean?
I'm a yellow pair. What about you, Luna?
I'm a solo, but I'm green.
Wait, green?
Yes.
Hold on a minute. Weren't the colors for the first game red, green, and blue? And we used those colors to open the magenta, yellow, and cyan doors, right?
Yes, that's right.
And the next round we had magenta, yellow, and cyan bracelets. And opened the red, green, and blue doors, right?
Yes.
But this time we've got magenta and yellow pairs, but also a green solo. What color doors are we supposed to open?
And where are they?
Well, we need to check the other bracelets before we make any decisions.
That means Dio, Tenmyoji, and Clover.
And Quark.
We'll need to check Alice's bracelet too. Anyone could just pick it up.
Someone's already done that. Oh god! 3 different people just went off on their own. One of them picked it up. I fucking guarantee you that.
I will try and find the remaining people and their bracelets. Quark will be my first priority.
I'll come with you.
Very well.
I'll go check on Alice's bracelet then.
And don't forget to, retrieve.
Someone's done that already, I guarantee you.
We'll likely need it to get through the chromatic doors.
Right. Sigma, can you come
Although
with
maybe
me?
not. We'll see. What? Alright. Let's go. I'm gonna have to see her again. I feel sick just thinking about it.
Shouldn't we decide on a time to meet up? Just in case? Let's see. When do the doors open?
Still got quite a while.
An hour and 21 minutes.
Then let's take half of that. What do you say we all meet back here in 40 minutes?
Sounds good. Kay and Luna step through the magenta door and out of the warehouse. Hey, you don't think Kay's the killer, do you?
Maybe.
Maybe. But if he is, then Luna's in danger.
Maybe.
Damn it, Phi.
You're not one to talk. I didn't see you stopping her.
Oh, yeah, but I just had this gut feeling I could trust him.
A gut feeling, huh? Sure you're not the one who's feeling a connection to our armored friend? I mean, all that plating is pretty flattering to me.
That's gay. That's not it.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Have you considered that it might be Luna?
Yeah, I as the player have. No, that's not possible. Sigma, Sigma, Sigma. Listen, have you ever fucking watched Higurashi? The most innocent girl is the one you should be careful about.
Why not?
Because Luna didn't need a knife to kill Alice. When we played the last round, Alice's BP was 1. Luna was playing against the 2 of us. All she would have had to do is convince us to vote ally, and she could have killed Alice easily.
She would have just had to pick betray.
Exactly.
But if she'd done that, do you really think the rest of us would have let her get away with
That's
it?
true!
We'd probably have tied her up or locked her away or something. Besides, there's no way in hell Alice would have chosen ally. The only way to get an ally vote from your pair would have been to physically overpower Alice. Or trick her like I did with Dio.
So what? You're saying Luna's the killer?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the possibility exists. Even if she was, I don't think we'd need to worry about Kay's safety. He's got a full suit of armor. I'm betting he's pretty hard to kill with all that on. Alright, I think that's enough of that. Let's go check Alice's bracelet.
Something's gonna happen with those 2. I'll be surprised if not, but this game has really been subverting my expectations. Clover! Hey, come on, don't run away.
Run away?
Well, it sure looked like you were trying to get...
I wasn't running away, though I just don't want to talk to you.
Isn't that pretty much the same? Look, running away isn't gonna do you any good. Do you want to find out who killed Alice? Well, you're not gonna be able to figure that out unless you talk to people.
I don't need to.
Why not?
I already figured out who did it.
Tamiyoji told her. This is an interesting mirror to the first game. You absolutely have to tell Clover about Ace in order to progress the story, and this is a very similar scenario that's happening here. Alice got killed, and I think she actually got killed this time. Snake didn't actually get killed in the first game. But, like, again, this is a similar situation where someone killed someone as far as she knew, and in this case, I think it actually happened that she cared about a lot. She swore revenge on that person. Someone tells her about it. Somehow. I don't know how the fuck Tenmyoji knew whatever he did. It's interesting how this is paralleling the first game in that way. Who was it?
I can't tell you.
I had a feeling she'd say that, but I wonder why, especially if it's not either of them. Why not?
You might be working with them. Both of you could be in on it.
Okay, so it's not either of them, but I suppose that makes sense. Oh, come on, of course we're not.
Forget about it. There's no point. It doesn't matter what you tell her, she's never going to believe you. Just tell us one thing, Clover. How did you know who it was?
I noticed something.
And what was that?
Alice figured it out too, before she...
What was it?
Why don't you figure that out yourselves? Anyway, I gotta go.
Did Alice figure it out when she kneeled down? Because we never figured out what Alice was looking at, and then Clover went alone to talk with her, so I think it was that. So whatever was near the AB rooms there. Hey, wait, Clover! Ah, there she goes. Ah, shit.
What's wrong?
I forgot this color, what color her bracelet is now.
Oh. Really? That's it? Calm down. She's a cyan pear.
You saw it?
Yeah. Snuck a peek at it when she ran by. And it looks like Alice's is a blue
Okay,
Scylla.
no, the bracelet's still there. She reached down and casually picked Alice.
I'll hold on to this.
Yeah, good idea. I wonder what it was that Clover noticed.
You mean what Alice noticed? Were you even listening?
Yeah. Fine, what did Alice notice? If I didn't answer. Instead, she knelt down and began to examine Alice's body. What are you doing?
I'm investigating.
What are you investigating?
What does it look like I'm investigating? I'm looking for any clues to what she figured out before she died. Huh. Found something already. Have a look.
This is the kind of music that's like, revelation time! So, oh boy. If I held something out. This music is so, like, ethereal and atmospheric. I love the music in this game for that so much. I always love when games do that. They just transport me so well. I love this shit. It's so all-encompassingly, like, emotionally gratifying. I don't know what else to say about that. And how to say that. Well, this is creepy and very atmospheric. Oh. And very fucking wonder-filling to me. It was a handkerchief stained reddish-brown. Is that blood?
Looks like it's darker than Alice's, so it's probably been on her since before she died.
It's not hers. Whose blood is it? Quark? The old lady? Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Do you think Alice killed her?
Who knows? She could have just found this somewhere for all we know.
Yeah, it might have been near the AB rooms, which checks out because we found her in the... because we found the old lady dead in one of them. Again, Sigma's on the same wavelength as me. We're both just me boys. You think she figured something out from his handkerchief?
Can't say for sure, but it's definitely a possibility. So, time we moved on. We need to figure out what Tenmyoji and Dio's bracelets have changed to.
We need to find Quark.
Yeah.
Let's take the blue door, then. We should be able to get to the room Tenmyoji, Quark, and Clover went to that way.
Sounds good.
It says... Rec room. This is the only door that's unlocked.
Yeah, so this is where Tenmyoji's team went.
I'm gonna open it, alright?
How many times do I have to tell you? You don't need to keep asking permission.
Okay. These are obviously all going to be puzzle rooms we'll solve later, and I'm interested in all that. Tenmyoji, I'm guessing from your face that Quark is still missing.
No sign of him, huh?
Happy?
What?
I'm asking if you're happy Quark's still missing.
No, of course not. Why would I be?
And then does it hurt? Are you so terrified about whether or not he's safe that it feels like someone's got your chest in a vice? I didn't think so. Quark's got 9 BP. If I find him first, I might make him escape. So it's better for you.
What's going
I
on
haven't
here?
Found him yet.
This doesn't sound like you. I know you're worried about Quark, but...
And just what the hell do you know? He's all I've got left. Something happens to him, It's all my fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this, and I never should have brought him here.
Did you say brought?
Yes. Zero made me an offer.
Wait a minute! I thought you said you and Quark were abducted like the rest of us.
You mean you came here voluntarily?
Hey, answer me! The hell is so he's the Santa then? In fact, I feel like he could be an older Santa, maybe. So that's, Although maybe it's just the white hair is why I think that, but... That means he's a Santa-y character, then.
Can I see the other side of your bracelets?
Huh?
Why?
Please, just do it.
Fine, I looked at one another. Neither of us knew what was going on, but there was no reason to refuse. We shrugged and did as we'd been told. Then suddenly... In the blink of an eye, Tenmyoji pulled some kind of can from his pocket and sprayed both our wrists with it. Hey, what the hell, man?
Calm down. It's not going to hurt you.
Is this some kind of chemical?
Yeah, I found it when I was searching this room.
He walked toward the door and flipped the light switch.
Good work. It's dark now.
Show me your bracelets again.
That stuff you sprayed us with was luminol, wasn't it?
Yeah. How'd you figure that out?
I guessed when you turned off the light.
Isn't that the stuff they use on cop shows to find blood and other stuff? Wait. Yeah, if someone just stabbed Alice, there could be blood on. But why specifically the bracelet? That's if they used the hand that has the bracelet, right? Actually, wait, no. I suppose it could be in general?
Yeah.
Why'd you spray us?
Just relax, okay? That's all I needed to know.
What?
Neither one of you is Zero's senior.
Wait, what?
Are you saying that because there wasn't any reaction from the luminol?
Yep.
Someone might explain this to me.
Well, you know as much as I do now. I was just making guesses based on what he was doing.
Tenmyoji.
Sorry, but I've got to go. I need to go look for Quark.
No. I'm sorry, but I can't let that happen. You dropped a real bomb back there, and I'm not about to just ignore it. Speaking of bombs, I'm amazed that bombs haven't come up in this route at all. I wonder why. Is there some sort of condition that makes the bomb placing a thing? And I wonder what that is. What did you mean when you said that Zero made you an offer? And if that means Phi isn't Zero's senior, but I think she's a golem. But we'll see. Why are you here?
I can't tell you.
Why not? I don't really understand how, but you seem to have decided that neither of us is Zero Senior, right?
Yeah?
Then why?
You don't get it. I can't tell you no matter who you are. Right now, we might as well assume Quark is a hostage. Zero Jr. seems to be aware of everything that goes on here. If I tell you, he'll know. And then God only knows what Zero Sr. will do. Please, I'm asking you, put yourself in my shoes.
I looked at him in the eyes for the first time since we'd entered the room, and saw nothing but years of loneliness and regret. Before I could speak, he turned and left the room. Hey, can I ask you a question?
It won't do you any good. Whatever you want to know, I don't know anything about it.
No, it's not about what just happened.
Yeah? Then what is it? Oh. I see. You mean his bracelet, right? Chill, man. He's a red solo. I had a look while he was talking.
Oh, good job. That wasn't what I wanted to ask either.
Well, what is it then?
They sprayed us. You screamed, didn't you?
No.
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't.
No, I'm pretty sure you did. Not quite so tough when you're scared, huh?
Shut up.
So Derry as fuck, I love her.
We've got stuff to do. Get going. Move!
Yeah! This...
It looks like another warehouse.
I guess there's one on this floor too, then. Makes sense. I guessed as much when I saw the map. Memento Mori. If the ninth lion ate the sun. Is that not where Two Milkmen Go comedy was? Have we seen that before? I'm not sure. Oh, never mind. That's right. Yeah, it is.
Floor A too, remember?
Yeah, there was, but...
Never mind that. There's someone else here.
Is that Dio?
Looks like it. Let's go see what he's up to.
What are you doing here, Dio?
Oh, nothing. Just going with the flow, you know? And seeing where life takes me.
You don't seem to have any interest in searching for Quark.
Why would I? Do we even know he's really missing? Maybe the little shit's just off having nap time somewhere. So I figure, let sleeping dogs lie, right? Or kids, in this case, I guess. If we wake him up, he might realize he's got enough BP to blow this popsicle stand and ditch us. That happens. It's all over. We'll be stuck in here for the rest of our lives. Which probably won't be that long.
The rest of our lives?
Yeah. Did I stutter, or did you just forget? Zero Jr. told us, remember?
The number 9 door only opens once. Once that happens, it's all over. It opens for a few 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
Closed for good, huh? I do admit I'd kind of forgotten the detail, but if Zero Jr. had been telling the truth, we wouldn't be able to get out until we died. Hell, even that might not be enough. Maybe they just leave our corpses there to rot. My stomach did a little trip.
So, what are you guys here for? Did you bring Fi here so I can kill her?
What?
Oh, really? You already forgotten your little stunt earlier? We're damn lucky Kate chose Ally. If we hadn't, we'd be hanging from that crane right now.
Sounds like you're getting a little desperate. Word of advice, Dio. That's not a smart attitude to have here. All you'll do is make sure that whoever plays against you in the AB game won't pick Ally.
You talk as if I give a fuck. I already know I won't be up against you two.
Why not?
Kay and I are the yellow pair. You guys are the magenta pair, right? Two pairs can't go through the same chromatic door. Simple enough for you.
How do you know our colors?
Kay told me. He was here a while ago. Speaking of which, Temioji and Clover were here too. Guess everybody misses my company. Anyway, that's how I know what everyone's colors are.
Kay was by himself?
Yeah.
What about Luna?
Luna? Haven't seen her.
I see.
Anyway, Kay and I won't be pairing with you two. We'll be taking the blues solo.
That's Alice's bracelet. But how did you know that?
Oh, come on. Really that thick? Look at the doors in front of you. These are the next chromatic doors.
The next color is white. Okay, so that's why. The colors are different.
Bingo. See that thing next to the door there? Looks familiar, doesn't it? Yes. Yes, it does.
I get it. You and Kay are both yellow. You can get yellow by adding red and green together. If you add blue to that,
It becomes white.
Exactly.
You get magenta by adding red and blue together, and then adding green to that gives you white. So that means Fi and I would need to pair up with the green solo, which is Luna.
Right.
Which is, again, it's interesting how there's a lot of Fi and Luna in this route. I like it, because I like them both. That means the other three would be in the same team as before. Temioji, Clover, and Quark. We know that Temioji's a red solo and Clover's a cyan pair, so...
The only one left is the other cyan pair, so we can assume that's what Quark is.
Could there be any other combinations?
No, there's only one option this time.
All we gotta do now is wait for these white doors to open.
We've only got 5 minutes left before it's time to meet up with everybody else. We should get back to Floor A.
Sorry, but I'm gonna stay here. Moving around so much is a pain in the ass.
Nobody invited you. Come on, Fi.
Right. On my way.
Huh? Something up? Why'd you just stop?
Well, you see that clock over there? The one that looks like the sun?
Yeah.
It reminded me of something we saw earlier.
What do you mean?
Remember the graffiti on floor B? You remember what it said?
Memento Mori, right?
Do you know what that means?
It's Latin for something like beware of death or remember death. I think it's usually used to mean we're all going to die someday, so don't forget about your own mortality.
What about the other part?
Well, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, right? If the Ninth Lion ate the sun, but, I mean, yeah, it's kind of nonsense, but, oh, I get it. That's what the clock made you think of, right? The sun in that sentence.
Yeah. Did you notice anything strange about that graffiti?
Apart from the fact that it made no sense? Not really.
Huh. Wrong answer. Maybe you're not the eagle eye I thought you were. I guess I have to do everything. Part of it was spelled wrong. Specifically, they spelled ninth wrong. It should be N-I-N-T-H. But the graffiti had N-I-N-E-T-H.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah! I didn't notice that either. It's okay, Sigma. They just put an extra E in there?
Exactly.
It's kind of a bonehead mistake. I don't think it was a mistake. I think Fi can already see that it was a hint for something. Do you think it was like a kid who wrote it?
Maybe it wasn't a mistake at all.
I'm not following.
Maybe Zero put that E in there on purpose.
Why?
Maybe because he didn't have enough letters otherwise.
Wait, what? What?
Anyway, if Zero wrote that graffiti, then it's got to be significant.
Remember death. If the ninth line ate the sun.
Shit. Hey, it's already 2 minutes
Oh,
past
whoops.
time. We should get moving.
Right. But she knows something she's not disclosing again. Like, I keep thinking she's another Zero or... Again, if she was a golem and kept receiving information just like... Oh yeah, that for some reason that part only hit me just now. That would it make sense, I think. Huh? Kay and Luna aren't here.
Astute observation.
What should we do?
What do you mean, what should we do? All we can do is wait. We don't want to end up missing each other by accident.
Yeah. Guess you've got a point. Hey, where are you going?
Just want to check something really quick.
Check what? Where Alice was kneeling. Yeah.
The last time we saw Alice alive, she was right here. Remember? She was kneeling down, looking at something on the ground.
Yeah, what do you think she was looking at? That! You know what? The handkerchief was there. Huh?
Find something?
Isn't this blood?
Uh-huh. Nice work there, Sigma.
I don't need you to pat me on the back. Makes me feel stupid or something.
The truth hurts.
Oof, man.
So, blood, huh? Oh my god.
Fi suddenly looked up at the ceiling. I followed her gaze and found myself looking up at a metal crane. It was the kind you might see in a shipyard, the sort that moves along a metal track, and has a claw to grab and lift cargo containers. Dio also mentioned that. So, what's the deal with the crane? What? Damn, gone again. Stop running around. What is she doing? Just tell me what you found.
I noticed something.
Oh, yeah? And pray tell... And what, pray tell, was that?
The same thing Clover and Alice noticed.
That's... can't you just tell me?
Look at the number 6 AB room. The side that's facing the wall has blood on it. What's the first thing you think of when you hear blood?
Vampires?
Yeah. This whole thing kinda sucks, right?
Ba-dum-ts.
Come on! This is no time to be screwing around. I'm talking about this thing, the handkerchief Alice had. There's some blood on it that we assume belonged to the old lady. Consider this for a moment. Let's say this thing was on the floor next to the rightmost AB room. We'll assume that the blood on the side facing the wall came from this handkerchief, okay? Then what?
Alice was looking at the handkerchief.
Right. What do you think was going through her mind?
Why is there a bloodstained handkerchief here? Or something along those lines.
And?
Did this belong to the old woman? It must have.
And?
But if it did, then who put it here? Or wait, maybe someone just dropped it, or they could have thrown it here.
And?
You want more?
You're almost there.
How long has this handkerchief been here? Something like that?
Yes, exactly. So how long do you think it was
You know, she just called him stupid and then let him deduce a lot of... But still, yeah, she got it first, so, you know, could probably say she's smarter. But I think that could be chalked up to being a golem. No, I imagine it wasn't here from the start.
Wait, when's the start?
You know, when we started. When you and I escaped from the AB room through the hatch on the roof. The first thing we did after we got out and met everyone, except for Clover and Kay, was go and look at the number 9 door. Spent a lot of time examining the AB rooms, too. Yeah, I know we looked at this from this exact angle. I'm pretty sure there wasn't any handkerchief there then. There wasn't. Wait.
Huh. Finally figured it out, huh?
Figured out what? Wait, what? No way. The AB room moved?
Yeah.
Was it that crane?
Probably. They moved the rightmost one all the way to the left. So, what was in the leftmost AB room?
The body of the old woman.
And who was trapped in there when the nonary game started?
Well, it would have been the AB room on the right at first, so... Luna. Wait. Is that why Thai said Luna? Wait. But why would she... Or... What is she getting at? Is she getting at Luna could be the killer, or is she getting at something else? I don't know. For the third time, Fi walked off without saying anything. My body felt like lead, but I forced myself to follow her. She stopped in front of the graffiti that began "To Milkmen."
What do you think this is?
Well, I thought it was just paint from the graffiti at first, but I'm guessing you don't think so. Is that more of the old woman's blood?
Seems like it.
So Luna would have killed her here, then taken her to the rightmost AB room. After that, she would have moved the room with the body in it so no one would suspect her. That would mean the first person to get out was Luna, not Alice. So what about that handkerchief?
This thing? Here, look. You see this line? It's possible that line is from whatever the weapon was. Which means this might have been wrapped around whatever was used to kill the old woman. So maybe Luna wrapped the weapon with this handkerchief, and then threw it between the rightmost room and the one next to it. Then when the room was moved, it came out.
That means Alice picked up the weapon along with the handkerchief, which was
Seems pretty likely.
Which was the knife. And then, honestly, I think she stabbed herself, unless they're really assuming that it couldn't be a suicide. But the reason I'm thinking it's a suicide is because Quark started to show symptoms of Radical 6 last time we saw him. And in the first route I did, shortly after Quark got it, Alice got it. And so... So that's why I'm thinking she could have stabbed herself, if that's
This
possible.
is all just speculation, understand? There are a whole lot of things we still don't know.
Yeah, it's a mystery, alright. For example, why would Luna leave the AB room, murder the old woman, and then carry the body back and hide it in the same room? But yeah, if this is any modicum of true, I had a feeling, again, that the most innocent girl, Akane, isn't what she seems, you know? But, like, in a more sinister way than Akane, I think. But Akane still basically killed people, but really bad people, but still people. I guess it's possible she just wanted to hide the body. And also she put other people through torture and also possible death. Like, really, extremely possible death. So, like, I don't know. But we still don't have any idea why she would have wanted to kill her in the first place. And see, this is a very common thing that happens. It happened in Danganronpa 1. It happened in 999. This very innocent girl that's very nice to the protagonist. Innocent seeming, I should say. Well, let's just say she ain't all that. So, this would be a third case of that. It makes too much sense, and why would there be this whole scene about it if it... Now, it could be a misleading thing, but... It's also worth noting that Zero Jr. seems to have let this all slide. He's supposed to be making sure the game goes according to plan, but... So far, there have been 2 murders, and he hasn't done anything about either of them. Do you think that means Luna is Zero Senior? Even if she was, though, I'm not sure why she killed the old woman. It's possible she was some kind of intruder who wasn't supposed to be here, but... If Luna's Zero Senior, couldn't she have found a better place to hide the body? She'd have access to the entire facility. That's not all either. Let's say Luna moved the AB room to divert suspicion away from herself. If that's the case, why did she leave the handkerchief and the weapon there? She had to have known they'd be discovered after she moved the room. Besides, when and how did she operate that crane? Luna was with us since we first got out of the AB rooms all the way till when we found the old lady's body. You, me, and her went through the magenta door and investigated the lounge. Then we went down to floor B together and came back to the warehouse. By then, the room must have been moved. Of course. Ha! Why didn't I see that sooner? Luna has an alibi. She couldn't have moved the AB room. We're her alibi.
Interesting. I have to admit, you've got a point.
Wait, what? You didn't even put up a fight.
You're going to make me repeat myself. I never said Luna was the killer. Still, I have a feeling Alice thought she was, which would mean that Clover probably does too.
Oh, you mean that stuff she said about what she noticed?
Right.
Hey, Fi? I'm starting to get a really bad feeling about this. We were supposed to meet the others 20 minutes ago, but there's no one here. This is an ending, isn't it?
You're right.
Sigma, Phi, There you are.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news. Luna is dead.
Whoa.
She's in room 2 in the crew quarters, the same room where Alice was murdered.
Whoa. This was the 3rd time I touched a body and felt cold skin. I thought it might get easier, but it had only gotten worse. I didn't think I'd ever get used to it, but I didn't want to. My hands began to shake and I tried to steady them as I pressed a pair of fingers to her neck to check for a pulse. Nothing, of course. Luna was dead. Her eyes were flat and empty, the pupils dilated in what could have been terror. It felt surreal. Like I might blink, and then she would sit up again. She would smile and blush and look away nervously, and everything would be alright. I blinked. She lay there, still dead and pale.
And I trust him.
Grief cracked open like an egg, and rage clambered out, hot and angry and screaming. I could have gotten some pussy, no. It clawed at the inside of my chest and pounded at the back of my eyes. I squeezed them shut and ground my teeth. My hands balled into fists so tight they hurt. I took a deep breath and opened my eyes again. Another breath. I stood up and realized Kay was talking.
I believe she was poisoned. See here, this device is some sort of syringe.
I think it's called an injection gun. You can just put whatever you want in one of those vials and then pull the trigger. It's kind of like the needles in these bracelets.
The drug they used is the same as well. The label on the vial says tubocurarine.
Muscle relaxant.
Yes. Since it's empty, I can only assume Luna was injected with it. You see the mark on her neck? I believe it is safe to assume that is where her attacker injected the drug. Perhaps they chose the neck for the carotid artery.
Then your guess is probably correct. Luna was injected with tubocurarine, and it killed her.
What about the others?
Should I go get them?
No, never mind. I want to get your story first.
What do you mean?
When you left us, you and Luna went off together, right?
Yes.
We talked to Dio downstairs. Wait, hold on. But when we talked to Dio downstairs... Ooh, that's suspicious. But when we talked to Dio downstairs, he said he'd only seen you, not Luna. Why is that? Yeah, that's sus as fuck.
Luna and I split up as soon as we got to floor B. We determined it would be more efficient. 2 of us working separately could cover more ground in less time.
Alright, so why were you late?
What?
You didn't show up till 20 minutes past the time we were supposed to meet. Sigma's asking you what you were doing.
I was resuscitating.
Oh, resuscitating?
Let me explain how I found her. I had gone to the warehouse 5 minutes before our meeting time. You had yet to show up, as had Luna. I believe I was standing between the yellow and cyan doors. Some minutes later, I heard something. It came from behind the cyan door and sounded like a woman's scream. Well, it was actually quite faint. It was several doors away, after all, and as such, I couldn't quite make out what was being said, or even if I had heard it at all. It seemed entirely possible that I'd imagined it. I heard no other sounds for a few minutes following the scream. Eventually, the silence made me uncomfortable. Perhaps something had happened. So, I made my way to the crew quarters. As I entered the hallway, I noticed that the door to room 2 was slightly ajar. That was when I first suspected something was amiss. You can imagine the rest, I'm sure. I ran into the room and found Luna on the floor.
You're saying you spent a good 20 minutes trying to resuscitate her?
Yes, I deduced that she had been injected with tubocurarine. Her heart had stopped, so I attempted CPR, to the best of my abilities, at least. With this mask, I was obviously unable to provide artificial respiration.
Why didn't you tell us?
Because I had no reason to believe you would be in the warehouse. If you weren't, I would have wasted precious time. I chose instead to begin resuscitation immediately. As you know, even a short time without oxygen can cause serious brain damage. I felt time was of the essence, but...
Hey, how much time passed between when you heard the scream and when you came in here and found her?
I'm afraid I can't say exactly, but I would hazard a guess that it was around 3 minutes.
Did you see the killer?
No, I didn't. That would have been plenty of time. When you leave this room, Immediately to your left is a door that connects to the hallway. I assume they left that way.
Is there any chance they hid in this room somewhere?
No. I examined the room thoroughly before I left to find you. May I say something?
Yeah, sure.
I'm not sure if this has anything to do with Luna, but there was something I wanted to point out. Look at Alice. Do you notice anything?
The weapon.
It's gone.
Indeed. The wound suggests a knife, but I doubt we'll know now.
Did the killer take it?
How would I know?
Maybe they took it before Luna was murdered.
Why are you asking me?
If they had it, why not use it to kill Luna?
Yeah, that would make sense.
What?
Sigma, if you were going to kill someone, which of these two methods would you use?
I wouldn't kill anyone.
This is hypothetical,
I would choose the injection gun.
right? Most people would choose that. The more you can divorce yourself from the actual killing, the easier it is to kill someone. There's a big difference between stabbing someone and injecting them with poison.
So you're saying they took the knife before they killed her?
No. I don't know either way. They could have taken it afterwards. There's no way for us to know.
Good thing I've done that in the 3 minutes before Kay got here.
It's not impossible. 3 minutes is longer than you think. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that I don't know when they took the knife or whatever it was. We came here to get Alice's bracelet, and then Kay came by later. There was probably about a 30-minute window. Anyone could have taken it. They might not even have been the same person who killed Luna. Or it could be. There really isn't any way to know. And if we don't know, we really shouldn't try and draw conclusions. That could color our reasoning, and that's not good. Conclusions without any evidence are useless. So just forget any conclusions you might have come up with. Save that brain space for something more useful. Well, I think that about covers it. We clear?
Yeah.
Good. Anyway, we should tell the others.
About Luna, you mean?
Yeah.
We should go to the white doors then. Dio should still be there. Hopefully Tenmyoji and Clover will be there as well.
Yeah, good point. It's time to open that door. I'm sure they'll show up. Kay nodded and picked up Luna's bracelet.
Please, take this with you.
I have a feeling they're all dead somehow. He held it out to me. I stared down at the bracelet. It felt wrong to just take it. Like we were just using it and abandoning her.
Is something the matter? You and Phi are the magenta pair. Without the green solo bracelet, you won't be able to open the secondary door.
I know. It's just...
Then,
He pressed the bracelet gently into my hand.
if you don't wish Luna's death to be meaningless, then you must survive. Or do you intend to die without catching her killer?
Right, yes. I sighed and closed my hand around the cold metal.
Good.
Wait. Shit. No. Well, not yet. We might be looking at a worst-case scenario.
Excuse me?
God, what the hell is wrong with me? How did I miss this? I'm sorry. This is my fault. It's just... there was so much going on I wasn't thinking.
What is it, goddammit? What'd you miss?
Quark.
Quark? Oh shit! Tenmyoji's a red solo. Clover's a cyan pair. Quark's the other cyan pair. If he's not with them, they can't get through the secondary door.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh dear. This is bad, and if they haven't gotten in by the time the primary door shuts, they'll be penalized if we haven't found Quark by then.
Time. How much time do we have left? Holy shit. Oh no. 4 minuto.
Let's just go to the warehouse on floor B. Perhaps Quark has already been found.
I sure hope so. Let's move. I almost guarantee you there's already death that has occurred, though. More of it. But I wonder what she meant by worst case scenario. That again seems suspicious in a she knows things kind of way.
chromatic doors have opened. 5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. What the fuck were you thinking? You trying to kill me?
What about Quark?
What?
Did they find Quark?
How the fuck would I know? I've been here. Look, forget about him. Where's Alice's bracelet? Which one of you has it?
What about Demi-Oji and Clover? How did they come back in?
Look around, asshole. What do you think? Hey, pay attention. The bracelet. Do hand it over.
Vi pulled it out of her pocket. The face still shone with blue light. This had been Alice's bracelet. Vi's eyes never left Dio's as she carefully handed the bracelet to Kay.
Good. Let's go. Hey, what is this? What, you don't like this door? Fine, we can take a different one. As long as we're in the right group, it shouldn't matter which door we take.
That's not the issue.
Then please tell me, what the fuck is the issue?
Being a human being, 3 of us still haven't arrived. If we leave them behind...
Oh, come on. Now you're gonna grow a heart? You stay here, you're gonna kill me.
But...
3 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
Alright, fine. I'll be honest with you. Truth is, I've got a kid. A baby. I was told that if I didn't win this game, my kid's as good as dead.
that's...
You have to trust me. I swear, it's God's honest truth. Zero told me to keep it under wraps, but I figure I don't have a lot of choice right now. I'll tell you more once we get inside. Please.
It's a lie. Don't listen to him. I wanted to scream. Dio was obviously lying, but it looked like Kay was buying it. But he had to go in. I couldn't try and stop him. If I did, they'd both die.
You have to believe me, Kay. Please. If you won't do it for me, do it for my kid. If I lose, it's all over, please.
Kay turned to look at me and Fi. We both nodded silently back.
I understand. Let's go.
Really?
Yes. I have one condition, however.
A condition?
Yes. But it's not for you, Dio. Sigma. I want you and Fi to go into one of the doors as well.
Huh?
Dio and I cannot be the only survivors. I would have the 2 of you join us. That is my condition.
Damn it.
What do you say? The decision is...
No, I can't do that. You're asking me to leave 3 people to die.
Use your fucking head for once. You're gonna get us killed. Is that what you want?
Just leave them behind.
Me either. I agree with Sigma. We can't just ditch them. I'm staying.
That's actually interesting out of her mouth, especially because, you know, the end of the last game was, I don't give a fuck anymore. So it's really interesting how this is so polarizing to that. I wonder why. Why?
Bunch of fucking idiots.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
I see. I suspected that would be your answer. You leave me with no choice then. My apologies.
Excuse the fuck out of me? What? Well, he is big and strong and metally.
You have my sympathy. I wish there was another way.
But why?
Do you actually believe Dio?
No, of course not. I only wish to save you. If I had not forced the issue, neither of you would have budged. Such is your character.
He knows a lot, man. He could definitely be a golem as well, but if he was, then why the fuck would he have an outer metal suit? Like, the point of the golems is they look human, so... What are you doing?
I confess I am not entirely sure. I will think about it during the 10 seconds that remain. Goodbye.
He turned to left, quickly disappearing outside our door. Fi and I lay on the ground moaning, curled around our aching stomachs.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic.
Though I wonder if the bracelets really will kill them. Because again, most of the bracelets in 999 didn't actually work that way. Or no, more like 5 out of the 9 of them or so, right? Because I think there were the 4 people in charge of the original experiment that had splody bracelets, and the other ones did not. Not quite able to walk yet, Fi and I crawled out of the secondary door. The punch Kay had given me had been incredibly powerful, and my arms and legs still felt numb and tingly. Can you stand?
Yeah. Can we just sit here for a moment, though? My body's gonna be fine, but I think I need a little time to get my feelings sorted out.
I think it's kind of the same for Sigma. I nodded, and we sat there in silence. No matter what I did, I couldn't get their faces out of my head. Tenmyoji, Clover, Quark. I hoped they were all right somehow, but I wasn't sure how much time had passed before Five finally stood up.
We should go.
And that was it. She turned and headed for the end of the hallway, feet dragging as if she were carrying something heavy. It was a moment or two before I followed. Security. I think this might be the last round of this route, considering. Did you see the plaque on the door?
Yeah, it said security. The footage from the surveillance cameras might run through here.
Does that mean we'll be able to see what's going on in the rest of the facility?
I'm not sure. Right now, all the screens are dark. Even if we could activate them, I doubt Zero is just gonna let us watch whatever we want.
Yeah, I'm worried about them. We don't know what happened to Kay and Dio either.
Yeah. Well, let's see what we can do here.
Yepperino, next episode! So, I hope y'all have lovely days. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to. Keep doing what you love, just like the Durgan doobie. And I hope y'all have fucking good ones.